Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, dear participants. I would like to start the meeting on the establishment of National Societies Network in the OIC region by welcoming the representative of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, Director of Legal Affairs, Ambassador Hassan Ali Hassan, the President of Islamic Committee of the International Crescent, Ambassador Ali Bouhedma, the Member of Standing Commission of the Red Cross and Red Crescent, Ibrahim Osman, as the representative of Chairman, the Vice President of the International Committee of the Red Cross, Gilles Carbonnier, and the President of Türk Kızılay and Vice President of the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, Dr. Kerem Kınık, and dear Secretary General of the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, El Haj Assi. And also in the next hours, His Excellency Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, President of the Republic of Turkey and Honorary President of Türk Kızılay, will be honoring us with his presence and his remarks. Well, before our distinguished leaders begin with their valuable speeches here, we're now going to watch a short video with the verses from Holy Quran. By doing so, I wish it will bring us all good spirits.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم إن الله عليم خبير.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم للفقراء الذين أحصروا في سبيل الله لا يستطيعون ضربا في الأرض يحسبهم الجاهل أغنياء من التعفف تعرفهم بسيماهم لا يسألون الناس إلحافا وما تنفقوا من خير فإن الله به عليم.
الذين ينفقون أموالهم بالليل والنهار سرا وعلانية فلهم أجرهم عند ربهم ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ويطعمون الطعام على حبه مسكينا ويتيما وأسيرا. صدق الله العظيم.
And with that good spirit, I would like to kindly invite President of Türk Kızılay, Dr. Kerem Kınık, to deliver his welcoming speech as the host. Please, Dr. Kerem Kınık, take the floor.
Good morning, Sabah al Khair, dear colleagues, excellencies, distinguished participants, Ambassador Hassan Ali Hassan, Director of Legal Affairs of OIC, Ambassador Ali Bohadma, President of ICIC, Representative of Standing Commission Ibrahim Osman, Secretary General of the IFRC Al-Assi, Vice President of ICRC Jill Carbonia, distinguished presidents, vice presidents, and representatives of the national societies from the OIC region. Dear valuable guests, dear friends, it's my privilege to extend a heartfelt welcome to you all in Istanbul, a city that witnessed and hosted old and deep-seated civilizations throughout the history. It's a great pleasure and a great honor for us to host this important meeting on establishment of the Red Crescent and Red Cross National Societies Network in the OIC region, a network to empower the Red Movement within the OIC region. I trust that this meeting will be a great opportunity to discuss our shared responsibilities, experiences, exchange experiences, and join our forces in addressing our common humanitarian issues that we face throughout the OIC region today. Once again, I would like to welcome you all again, and I hope you will enjoy Istanbul, and I hope outcomes of this meeting will elevate human suffering. Thank you very much.
And now, let us all remind us of the 7 fundamental principles of humanitarian aid. You may want to look at the back to our volunteers for this. Guys, sound please to the mic. And let us remind us of the 7 fundamental principles of humanitarian aid.
Humanity, the International Red Cross and Red Crescent movements, born of a desire to bring assistance without discrimination to the wounded on the battlefield, endeavors in its international and national capacity to prevent and alleviate human suffering wherever it may be found. Its purpose is to protect life and health and to ensure respect for the human being. It promotes mutual understanding, friendship, cooperation, and lasting peace among all people.
Impartiality. It makes no discrimination as to nationality, race, religious beliefs, class, or political opinions. It endeavors to relieve the suffering of individuals, being guided solely by their needs, and to give priority to the most urgent cases of distress.
Neutrality. In order to continue to enjoy the confidence of all, the movement may take sides in hostilities or engage at any time in controversies of a political, racial, religious, or ideological nature.
Independence. The movement is independent. The national societies, while auxiliaries in the humanitarian services of their governments and subject to laws of their respective countries, must always maintain their autonomy so that they may be able at all times to act in accordance with the principles of the movement.
Voluntary service. It is a voluntarily led movement, not prompted in any manner by desire for gain.
Unity. There can be only one Red Cross or Red Crescent Society in any one country. It must be open to all. It must carry on its humanitarian work throughout its territory.
Universality. The International Red Cross and Red Crescent movement, in which all societies have equal status and share equal responsibilities and duties in helping each other, is worldwide.
And thank you, one big thank you to our volunteers for this. So, people who dedicate their lives to humanitarian aid are always at risk of losing their lives. And with the whole heart knowing that they work in those conflicted regions, some where there's a lot of violence are strong enough to bear the burden for all of us. But unfortunately, on this path, some lose their lives. And for those who cannot be with us today, let us take a moment of silence for all the brave martyred Red Cross and Red Crescent humanitarian workers. And we honor the humanitarian workers wholeheartedly who bear the burden for all of us. Thank you very much. Once again, I would like to welcome and thank you all distinguished colleagues and representatives of the national societies in the OIC region, as well as the national societies of the observer countries. We are gathered here today in Istanbul since there is a substantial need for enhanced cooperation and networking among national societies in the OIC region. We hope that with this occasion, we will be able to establish a network that can contribute to elevating human suffering and addressing vulnerabilities within the OIC region. Not only Istanbul is the city of the crossroads of civilization to hold this meeting, but it is also a melting pot of all the cultures sitting in this room today. We hope that the added value of all the participants will build stronger humanitarian partnership among the OIC countries and will have a long-lasting positive effect towards the vulnerable people and overcome the challenges that is facing all of us today. Therefore, we welcome you all again, bearing in mind the responsibilities that we have upon those people who are suffering and who need our help. Once again, welcome you all. And now, with this occasion, it is my honor to invite the Vice President of ICRC, Gilles Carbonnier, to take the floor as he will be delivering his remarks. Please, Mr. Gilles Carbonnier, take the floor. Thank you.
Good morning, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, colleagues. The President of the Turkish Red Crescent, Dr. Kerem Kinik, the Secretary General of the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, El Haj Azzi, distinguished member of the Standing Commission, Ibrahim Osman, distinguished representative of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation and affiliated bodies, distinguished President and Vice President and Secretaries General of the Red Crescent and Red Cross Societies, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, it's an honor to address this meeting on the establishment of the National Societies Network in the OIC region. On behalf of the International Committee of the Red Cross, I wish to thank the Turkish Red Crescent Society and its president, Dr. Kerem Kinik, for the invitation to meet in this magnificent city of Istanbul. And may I take this opportunity to congratulate Kizilay, which has been celebrated its 150th anniversary, carrying out tremendous humanitarian work throughout its rich history. This meeting marks important progress in the initiative launched by the Turkish Red Crescent and the Organization of Islamic Cooperation almost 3 years ago, which aimed at enhancing exchange and collaboration between the national societies of OIC member countries. The ICRC, together with the International Federation, is grateful to have been invited to contribute its thinking from the outset. The humanitarian backdrop to this initiative, its actual raison d'être, is well known. But it is worth reiterating a few points here. The OIC area is home to 2/3 of people displaced globally, and more than 70% of those requiring humanitarian assistance worldwide, which is about 89 million people. More than half of the world's most fragile contexts are in OIC member states, where millions of people are affected by armed conflict and other situations of violence, forced migration, droughts, famines, and other disasters. And indeed, the majority of our ICRC operations, some 70%, are concentrated in these countries. If we think of some of today's most protracted and acute humanitarian crises in Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Syria, Somalia, and Yemen, just to name a few of them, all of them with deep regional repercussions, and all of them within the OIC's scope, we get an idea of the sheer scale of the humanitarian challenges facing OIC countries. No single agency, no single organization is able to respond effectively on its own to complex and long-lasting humanitarian needs on such a daunting scale. Cooperation, complementarities, and concerted efforts are obviously essential to effectively address these challenges. To this end, the ICRC welcomes the development of initiatives aimed at strengthening the response capacities of national societies, of the Red Cross and Red Crescent, as well as at boosting cooperation and synergies between them. The overall goal of the proposed network to ultimately provide a collective response to growing humanitarian challenges faced by national societies in OIC member states is commendable and offers real potential. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as long-standing members of the international movement of the Red Cross and Red Crescent, I am sure that you all recognize how important it is that the network is built on the very principles that allowed us to thrive and to serve humanity for more than 150 years. Indeed, we strongly believe that such a network of national societies must be grounded in the statutes, agreements, and policies of the international movement. This is crucial to ensure cohesion and complementarity within the movement. Our fundamental principles, which were just reminded very agilely by volunteers of our movement, notably of neutrality, independence, impartiality, unity, and universality, are not only central to our identity, but they also allow us to operate in the harshest of environments, in the most difficult of places, and in the long term. Beyond the principles, there are other features that are critical for the network to achieve its stated objectives. These were initially explored and debated in past discussions on the establishment of the new network, notably at the preparatory meeting held at OIC headquarters in Jeddah in November 2016. Allow me to reiterate just two recommendations which were presented by the ICRC and echoed by the International Federation at the Jeddah meeting and elsewhere. First, we believe that members of the network should exclusively be national societies. Responsibility for the strategic orientation and coordination of the network should lie solely with components of the Red Cross and Red Crescent movement. Second, we trust that the network will connect with and complement existing global and regional movement, governance, and coordination mechanisms. In that respect, we hope that the discussions in the coming days will bring a greater clarity on the role, purpose, and functions of the network. We are encouraged to see some of these recommendations already reflected in the concept note, as well as in the draft terms of reference for the network. Likewise, we hope that they will be fully incorporated in the final terms of reference. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, this will help ensure that the network potential is realized for the benefit of millions of children, women, and men affected by armed conflicts and disaster in OIC member countries. Allow me to highlight here 5 potential benefits. 1, the network may serve to promote a greater understanding in OIC countries of the unique mandates and roles of national societies, particularly as auxiliaries to their public authorities in the humanitarian field, operating at all times on the basis of principled humanitarian action. 2, the network may help to mobilize resources for independent, impartial humanitarian action, which will in turn rebuff a growing tendency to consider some individuals and communities more worthy of humanitarian aid than others. In other words, the network can promote respect for human dignity for everyone in an impartial manner. 3, the network may facilitate peer-to-peer learning and sharing of good practices toward the goal of achieving better humanitarian response. The ICRC looks forward to contributing to and learning from this endeavor. 4, humanitarian diplomacy efforts by national societies, the OIC and its member states may be strengthened, ultimately resulting in improved response on the ground for those affected by conflict and disaster. And 5, enhanced understanding by a range of stakeholders of the work and ethos of the movement may ultimately strengthen the trust, the acceptance, and reputation it enjoys, most importantly within the communities it serves and assists. The issue of trust in humanitarian action will be an important item on the agenda of the 33rd International Conference of the Red Cross and Red Crescent this coming December in Geneva. The ICRC is ready and willing to share its expertise and to engage together with the International Federation and other movement partners on best ways to continue improving effective coordination and complementarity within the movement. This on agreed movement frameworks, including the SMCC. We would also be happy to share and exchange models and experiences that are working in different regions. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, let me reiterate my sincere appreciation to our host, Kizilay, for their invitation and their hospitality. Finally, I cannot conclude without thinking of and thanking the millions of volunteers from Kizilay and all national societies within OIC countries and beyond for their relentless commitment to saving lives, alleviating suffering, and protecting human dignity in all circumstances. Thank you very much.
Thank you, dear Vice President Gilles Carbonnier, for your comprehensive speech. Now I would like to kindly invite the member of Standing Commission of the Red Cross and Red Crescent, Ibrahim Osman, as the representative of Chairman. Please, Ibrahim Osman, you may take the floor now.
Thank you. Distinguished Dr. Karim Krik, President of the Kerselai, distinguished Mr. Al-Hajj Asi, Secretary General of the Federation, distinguished Vice President of ICRC, Mr. Gilles Carbonnier, Dr. Ali Abu Hidma, distinguished colleagues and leaders of national societies, distinguished volunteers and staff of Kerselai. It's a great pleasure for me to be here in Turkey. This is a country where you feel first that it's a place where you enjoy being with the people, where you enjoy being part of history, long history of contribution to human civilization. It's a country where humanity is displayed in the work of 100 years of Kerselai and the Turkish people at the global level. Dear readers of national societies, It's a privilege for me to address you at the beginning of this meeting on behalf of the Standing Commission of the Red Cross Red Crescent Societies. I am very pleased to see so many friendly and familiar faces here among the leaders of national societies from the member states of ISC, the region of origin of my own national society, Sudanese Red Crescent. I take this opportunity to warmly congratulate the organizers of this meeting, especially our host, the Turkish Red Crescent Society and its president, Mr. Karim Kinik. It is always a real pleasure for me to return to Turkey. Just over a year ago, we had already been able to appreciate the fantastic generosity of our hosts to welcome the entire movement in Antalya. Many humanitarian topics were discussed, and there and important decisions were taken, among which the movement called to all parties to armed conflict to abide by their existing obligations and international humanitarian law. The movement called for action on the humanitarian needs of the vulnerable migrants and refugees. The commitment to pursue stronger movement coordination and cooperation by sustaining investment and firm leadership to create an enabling environment, and the adoption of the movement-wide principles in support of all components to improve their individual and collective resource mobilization. These only very recent examples of the movement common positions and policies are a perfect illustration of the challenges you have identified at the level of OIC countries, and which justify your meeting today in Istanbul. Many of the countries in this region have recently been for and still deeply affected by humanitarian crisis, and your national societies are being strained to provide adequate humanitarian responses to high-intensity armed conflict, unprecedented flows of migrants, and continuing humanitarian natural and man-made disasters. Your national societies are being Your national society has been, as I mentioned, strained resource-wise, volunteer-wise, staff-wise, in responding and maintaining your programs in these very difficult and high problematic areas. And I want to express my admiration and the encouragement of the Standing Commission to all the staff and volunteers and leaders in this region who day in, day out, work hard and tirelessly to alleviate human suffering and bring hope to the affected population, often in extreme, difficult conditions. I think this initiative of this new network of national society that you propose, which you will discuss in the coming days, a commitment, one, to reinforce a collective level at the individual efforts of each national society to alleviate human suffering and support resilience of communities affected by humanitarian work crisis. To improve your humanitarian diplomacy. 3, to better promote in your region the global principles and policies of the movement. And fourthly, to enhance the capacity of each of increasing exchanges, cooperation, and resource mobilization. As a trustee of the international conference, the Standing Commission is primarily tasked to prepare the agenda and program of the international conference and the Council of Delegates, and to encourage the development and implementation of the decisions and movement-wide policies and strategies. In this respect, I can only encourage the achievements of the objectives of your network, both at the level of your region and at the level of all groups of components of the movement working together in their collaboration. 2019 will be a new year of meetings and dialogue between the movement and the states parties to the Geneva Convention at the 33 International Conference. And it's important that all the components of the movement, but also all their networks, mobilize to prepare and foster this dialogue. The Commission is also responsible for promoting harmony and encouraging coordination in the movement, in the work of the movement components. Will undoubtedly welcome this great interest, the developments you are to achieve in establishing your network. For my part, I am delighted with the privilege that I have to attend your work and to provide my contribution as necessary. Dear colleagues, I wish you all the success in these coming 2 days for creating such an effective and functioning network. Thank you.
And we appreciate your contribution, dear Mr. Ibrahim Osman. Thank you. And moving onwards, I would like to politely invite the representative of the OIC, Director of Legal Affairs, Ambassador Hassan Ali Hassan, to the floor, please. You may take the floor. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A very good morning to everyone, and it's my pleasure to be with you this morning in this gathering. And please allow me to go to my speech in Arabic language. الحضور الكريم كل مقاماتكم السامية، يسعدني في هذا الصباح أن أكون معكم وأن أعبر عن سعادتي لتواجدي مع هذا الجمع الكريم في مدينة اسطنبول، مدينة الحضارة، مدينة التاريخ، المدينة التي تعبر عن جسر التواصل وتعبر عن تواصل الجغرافيا، جغرافية الأرض وتواصل الحضارة الإنسانية. كما يسعدني أن أعبر عن عميق شكري وتقديري باسم الأمانة العامة لمنظمة التعاون الإسلامي ونيابة عن أمينها العام دكتور يوسف أحمد العثيمين للجمهورية التركية التي ترأس القمة الإسلامية. أتقدم بالشكر لها رئيساً وحكومة وشعباً على جهودها لدعم العمل الإنساني في منطقة منظمة التعاون الإسلامي. الحضور الكريم، هذه المبادرة التي جمعتكم هنا اليوم هي مبادرة كريمة تقدم بها فخامة الرئيس التركي رجب طيب أردوغان، والتي قدمها لملوك ورؤساء حكومات منظمة التعاون الإسلامي خلال القمة الإسلامية 13 المنعقدة في اسطنبول في إبريل 2016، والتي أشار فيها إلى ضرورة إنشاء شبكة لجمعيات الصليب الأحمر والهلال الأحمر بين الدول الأعضاء لمواجهة الأزمات الإنسانية. وقد رحب مجلس وزراء خارجية منظمة التعاون الإسلامي خلال دورته 44 في أبيجان جمهورية الكوت ديفوار بجهود الأمانة العامة وحكومة تركيا والهلال الأحمر التركي لإنشاء شبكة جمعيات الصليب الأحمر والهلال الأحمر في الدول الأعضاء. وبناء على ذلك عقدت الأمانة العامة على هامش القمة الدولية حول الشؤون الإنسانية في مايو 2016 اجتماعاً لتدارس إنشاء الشبكة، كما تم في مقر الأمانة العامة بجدة عقد اجتماع لذات الموضوع بالتنسيق مع الهلال الأحمر التركي في نوفمبر 2016. الحضور الكريم، كذلك اسمحوا لي أن أتوجه بجزيل الشكر إلى كافة الدول الأعضاء في منظمة التعاون الإسلامي وأجهزتها المختلفة، وكذلك المنظمات والهيئات الدولية الحضور اليوم. فقد شهدت الأعوام العشر الأخيرة الماضية على نحو دراماتيكي للغاية بسبب ما حل بكثير من دول العالم الإسلامي من كوارث طبيعية وأزمات إنسانية أثرت أيما أثر على الفئات الضعيفة من مجتمعاتنا، حيث تعد منطقة منظمة التعاون الإسلامي من أكثر المناطق تأثراً بتلك الكوارث والأزمات الإنسانية مقارنة بغيرها من مناطق العالم. ومن المؤسف أن وتيرة هذا الأمر في ازدياد كبير ينظر بعواقب وخيمة على شعوب المنطقة والعالم بأسره إن لم يتم تداركه، وبذل ما يمكن من جهود لمجابهة تداعياته الكارثية على السلم والتنمية الدوليين، وتجسيداً لأهداف ومبادئ المنظمة الواردة في ميثاقها بشأن تعزيز ودعم أواصر الأخوة بين الدول الأعضاء، حيث يعد هذا الاجتماع أحد الأدوات التي نأمل أن تساهم بفعالية كبيرة في توحيد الجهود التي تبذلها حكومات الدول الأعضاء والمنظمات غير الحكومية فيها في التخفيف من حدة الأزمات والكوارث التي تحصل في منطقتنا، وتؤمن منظمة التعاون الإسلامي بدور المنظمات الغير الحكومية في دعم الجهد الإنساني الرسمي للدول والحكومات بما يحقق الخير لشعوبنا ويقدم الدعم للمحتاجين والمتأثرين بالكوارث والأزمات الإنسانية، وذلك ما خطته منظمة التعاون الإسلامي في خطتها العشرينية 2015-2025 كما ورد في الفقرة 2.14 حول تعزيز العمل الإنساني المشترك، والفقرة 2.18 من الاستراتيجية العشرية حول تعزيز التعاون والتنسيق مع الشركاء الإقليميين والدوليين. إن المتأمل للجهود المضنية التي تقوم بها مؤسسات الهلال الأحمر المحلية والصليب الأحمر العاملة في منطقة منظمة التعاون الإسلامي وما تتحمله من ضغط كبير يفوق قدراتها، والذي لا يمكن مقارنته بأي حال من الأحوال بنظيراتها في المناطق الأخرى من العالم في حالات الكوارث والأزمات الإنسانية. وما الأزمات التي تعيشها دول مثل فلسطين وسوريا وأفغانستان والصومال وجماعات أخرى مثل الروهينجا وغيرها، وكذلك ما تعانيه المجتمعات المضيفة في دول الجوار من تفاقم الأزمات واللجوء والنزوح من المناطق المتضررة بشكل مباشر، إلا أمثلة واضحة لهذا الأمر، وهو ما استنزف معه قدرات منظمات الإغاثة المحلية، وهو ما يظهر الحاجة الماسة إلى ضرورة تكاتف الجهود وتآزر القدرات لتوفير المساعدات للأزمات الحادة والمدمرة التي تعصف بالعديد من دولنا الأعضاء. الحضور الكريم، لقد جاءت دعوة فخامة الرئيس التركي رجب طيب أردوغان بصفته رئيس القمة الإسلامية لتأسيس تعاون شامل وأكثر فعالية بين جمعيات الهلال الأحمر والصليب الأحمر حتى يتسنى لها لعب دور هام في حل الأزمات الإنسانية، وذلك نابع من اهتمام الملوك ورؤساء حكومات الدول الذين اعتمدوا اللجنة الإسلامية للهلال الأحمر كجهاز متخصص يعنى بالشأن الإنساني وذراع مهم ورئيسي وتنفيذي لمنظمة التعاون الإسلامي. كما تعمل اللجنة على إقامة علاقات وثيقة وتعاون مثمر مع المنظمات العاملة في مجال الخدمة الإنسانية، وخاصة مع منظمات الهلال الهلال والصليب الأحمر. وتعمل الدول الأعضاء في المنظمة حالياً على تفعيل الأداء في مجال العمل الإنساني في سياق عملية إصلاح شاملة ستشهدها منظمة التعاون الإسلامي خلال الفترة القادمة. ختاماً أيها الحضور الكريم، أأمل أن تكون خلاصات اجتماعكم هذا توصيات تجد عندنا المدارسة في الأمانة العامة، وتخلص كذلك إلى تفعيل علاقات فيما بينكم وفيما بين الجهاز التنفيذي للعمل الإنساني لمنظمة التعاون الإسلامي المتمثل في اللجنة الإسلامية للهلال الأحمر. وكذلك نتمنى أن يكون اجتماعكم دفعاً للعمل الإنساني لخير الإنسانية جميعاً، فأنتم بوجودكم هنا اليوم تمثلون المقولة أنكم التي ما قاله عليه أفضل الصلاة والسلام: أنتم كالجسد الواحد إذا اشتكى منه عضو تداعى له سائر الجسد بالسهر والحمى. وشكرا جزيلا لكم وخالص الأمنيات لكم بالتوفيق في نقاشاتكم اليوم. السلام عليكم.
We are truly thankful for your valuable remarks, the Ambassador Hassan Ali Hassan.